just take a quick minute and comment below where you're tuning in from. I want to talk about something that I saw online today that I cannot get out of my head. Okay. And as I wait for all of our friends to kind of roll in from around the world, please take a moment, introduce yourself to everybody that's watching. Where are you tuning in from? Here's what I want to talk about with you today. This is something that I saw this morning on social media, and I cannot stop thinking about it. Oh, I forgot one thing that I need to do. Hold on a second. Let me just do this. I got to do something on Instagram real quick. There we go. Boom. I got to hit this. There's so much you do when you live stream. I don't know how the heck I figured out how to do all this stuff. So thank you for that momentary break. Here's what I saw this morning. It was this reel that was going viral, and it's got such a powerful message. And here it is. Most people want to start a business, but they won't. Most people dream of writing a book, but they won't. Most people want to save for and plan and go on a trip where they see some of the extraordinary things in this world that we live in, but they won't. Most people want to be financially free, but they won't. Most people dream of living a long, healthy, and energized life, but they won't. And here's what I wanted to say about that, because it really, really, really struck me that so many people have all of these dreams and these hopes and these goals and these wishes and these wants for their life, but they won't see them become a reality. And there's a reason why this happens. There's a reason why so many people, and I used to be somebody like this, have all of this incredible potential inside of them that they never locate and tap into and set free. And the reason why so many people, and I do not want this to be you, die without writing the book, without going on that trip, without writing the song that they've been thinking about writing, without making the career change, without healing and doing the work to take care of yourself. The reason why so many people die with their potential and their dreams locked inside of them is because they never take the first step. And as your friend, I won't let you be somebody who continues to hold what you want deep in your heart and not get to work. See, I think there's a number of mistakes that you are making right now. First of all, you're waiting to feel ready. That is not going to happen. You are ready today to get started on the things that you want. You are waiting for somebody to give you permission and to somehow signal that it's the right time. Well, I'm showing up today to tell you that the fact that I'm talking to you right now about this very topic is the only signal that you need. That the days of waiting, the days of wishing, the days of wanting something to happen are over. It is time for you to be one of those people that actually does something about it. Because that's the difference between somebody who wants to launch a business but won't do it and somebody who wants to launch a business and actually does it, is that you have to make a decision that your new chapter is starting today. You have to make a decision that the days of you waiting to change your life are over, that you're not going to be somebody who wastes another year of your life wanting something to happen, but you won't do anything about it. And so here's what I want to ask you. What is it that is locked in your heart, something that you would love to do with your life, with your time, that you so far haven't done anything about? Or maybe you've taken the first step, but you can't seem to get in your stride. I want you to put that in the comments right now, okay? Put in the comments, what is something that you want, but you have not moved from thinking about it to actually doing it. Maybe you need to reinvent your life after divorce. Maybe you have this sudden change that has happened because you've been laid off from your job. Maybe it's a health scare that's happening and you realize you got to start taking your health seriously. Or maybe you're somebody who has a tremendous amount of ambition And you have all these things you want to go do. Maybe you want to have your first ever public art exhibit. Maybe you want to launch that YouTube channel. Maybe you want to dive into the world of online marketing and AI and learn how to use these tools to amplify your existing business. Maybe you want to go back to school. That there's something that you want to do, but you're already an incredibly busy person. You're already somebody that has a lot going on. You're already somebody that's got a lot of balls in the air. And so you can't seem to find the time and the cadence to really start making forward momentum. Okay. Well, that's what I want you to talk about. I see finish writing my book. I see learning photography. I see reinventing my life after my husband just died, changing my job, going back and putting art back in my life. I want to write and publish that children's book. I want to investigate real estate rentals and get into the Airbnb market and figure out how people are doing that and how they're finding the funding. I want to raise funding for my business. I want to launch an online course. I want to take all of the photos from my kids' childhood and digitize them and turn them into albums. All of these I haven't finished my creative writing degree since 2009. I want to complete that. Okay. Here's what I want to share with you that's really interesting. One of the major things that prevents people like you from finding the time, or I should say making the time, because you already have the time, you're wasting it on things that don't matter as much as this thing that you want to create change around. What prevents most of us, and you in particular, from creating the change and starting that new chapter and getting serious about prioritizing what you want is that you tell yourself you're too busy. You tell yourself you're too tired. You tell yourself you don't know where to start. You tell yourself that you only have a little bit of time and that little bit of time isn't going to make a difference. Well, I want to hit you with a little bit of research right now that has changed my life. And when you first hear this research, I think you're going to feel a little bit like, are you serious, Mel? Is that what the research says? I don't like that research at all. But I think you need to understand this research because it's really important. What they have found with the research is that the secret when you feel overwhelmed, this is going to sound bananas, the secret when you have so many balls in the air, the secret to you getting control of your time back, wait till you hear this based on the research, is adding something meaningful in. I'm going to say that again. If you're a busy person like me, if you're somebody that feels like you don't have the capacity to add something else to your plate, actually, you and I are wrong. Based on the research, adding something meaningful into your life, even when you're already busy, is one of the fastest research-backed ways for you to feel in control of your life again, for you to feel a sense of agency, for you to have immediate access to a deeper sense of purpose. This has been widely reported. It works like a charm, and I'm going to explain why this matters. See, when you're a very busy person or you're stuck and you feel like everybody else's stuff comes first, that all the emergencies at work come first, all of the stuff going on with your family comes first, all of the people that you're helping out comes first, your attention goes to social media at the night and you just scroll. And for some reason, even though you don't want to do it, everybody's social media accounts and scrolling somehow comes first. I get it. I used to be in that trap too. But when every single thing outside of you feels important, nothing's actually important in your life, is it? It's why you feel blah. It's why you feel, It's why even though you're tired and you're got a lot of stuff going on, there's this sense of purpose and meaning that's missing. Well, based on the research, the mistake that you and I typically make is that when we get to a point in our lives where we're feeling like, or tired, we try to remove things. Here's what I want you to do instead. I want you to add something. I'm looking for a visual. I want you to add something. Oh, I got a visual right here. Hold tight. This is gonna be a weird example, but I love to teach. I've got a dress on. I realized I might have just flashed in my bathing suit, but whatever. So I love teaching with models. So if you're staring at your to-do list, right, and you got a bazillion things that are going on, okay, and all you see all day long are things that are other people's priorities. When you add something in that you really care about, to an already busy life, what happens is it pulls your attention towards something in your day or in your week that lifts you up. And so I'm going to give you an example. Okay. This is sitting right here. Let's just say that this shell represents your love of writing. Okay, you've always wanted to write a book, but you're so busy and you're taking care of aging parents and you've got kids that you're taking care of and you got a bazillion things going on. And so every single day at the end of the day, as soon as you're done with work, you say to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm so exhausted. I will write tomorrow. Oh, I can't possibly do it. And so what happens when you're super overwhelmed with a very busy life where it's all about your work and all about other people's stuff and all about the obligations that you feel is that when you look at your life, you don't see anything that really lights you up. And oftentimes you'll kind of feel bad about that. You'll be like, well, I have a roof over my head and I've got a family that cares about me. And, you know, thankfully I have a job. Why am I not more grateful? I'll tell you why you're not grateful. Because when you see everything that your life requires of you, you don't see a single thing that you have for you. And this is where this piece of research comes in. That simply adding in one thing, like working on a book project or taking time to update your resume and really start a new job search in earnest. Or if you've always wanted to move, start researching different cities that you could move to. Just a little project. Here's another one. You are at a point in your life where maybe you're going through a divorce or you've just gone through a breakup or maybe your job has just changed or maybe you are an empty nester like I'm about to be. Inserting a project that's just for you, and I'm using this seashell as a visual example, it breaks up the monotony of your day-to-day. It breaks up the fact that your whole life is about other people. Even just scheduling in an art class once a week based on the research, all of a sudden gives you a sense of purpose and gives you a sense of control and gives you a sense of clarity. Why? Because you have interrupted the barrage of things that feel like an obligation and you have inserted something into your life that means something to you. The other reason why it works is it gives you something to look forward to. The other reason why it works is simply seeing this thing. I'm going to write every morning for 15 minutes, or this class that I'm going to take, or this online video that I'm going to watch on Thursday night instead of watching Netflix. Simply seeing it in your calendar gives you something to look forward to. You see it as a reminder that, yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on, but I still prioritize me. I still do things for me. And that's why this matters. And so for those of you that are just joining in this broadcast, I'm Mel Robbins. I am here talking about the fact that I don't want you to be one of these people, like most people, who have big goals and dreams and things that you want to do, but you never do them. Because based on the research, most people want to launch a business, but they won't. Most people want to write a book, but they won't. Most people would love to get in better shape and take better care of themselves, but they won't. Most people would like to develop healthier habits, but they won't. And I know that sounds like a really pessimistic thing coming from your friend Mel Robbins, but it is the truth. And the single difference between people who dream about things but won't ever do it and you want to know the difference? Is that you're willing to name what you want and you're willing to do the work for it. That's the difference between people who launch a company and people that won't. People that get healthy and people that won't. People that write that book and people that won't. And so here's why this matters. You are one decision away from a different life. One decision away. Today could be the start of a whole new chapter for you. What you have to do in order to start a new chapter is you've got to decide that you want to make a change. And that's what I want to inspire you to do today. I see Paula, she wants to start a quilting business. I'm so consumed by my family, I don't even know what to do anymore. I'll tell you what to do. What would one thing that you schedule into your calendar that's just for you, not for your family? What's one thing that you could do? It's not going to solve all your problems. It's not going to make all the things that you struggle with magically go away. but it becomes this beacon in your life that you still matter. Your dreams still matter, that they deserve a spot in your calendar, that you are going to rise above the noise and the drama and the overwhelm of your life, because it's normal to feel those things. But you got to learn how to fight back. You got to learn that survival mode is not what you were born to live in, that you were born to face the things that you're facing and to dig deep within you and find the power to change your life. That is 1,000%. I see people going, if I could get in a workout or a walk every day. I see you writing, I'm paralyzed by fear. I get it. It's normal to be paralyzed by fear. What are we going to do about it? Because sitting and letting fear consume you, it is going to rob you of the life you could be living. You can feel afraid and still take time for yourself. You can feel afraid and work on your resume. You can feel afraid and get out a blank piece of paper and start brainstorming and dreaming about what you want your new chapter to look like. You can feel nervous and go on that interview. You can feel nervous and still apply for that graduate school program you've been thinking about. Everything that you want is within your reach. But I do not want you to be one of these people that thinks about what you want, but you won't do anything about it. You have to learn how to take action. And that brings me to, what I want you to do today. Number one, I want you to go in the comments and I want you to tell me, what is one thing? And again, I keep holding up this seashell because I want to use something physical to remind you, you got to have something for you. You have to have something for you, whether it is time that you take for yourself, whether it's a project that you're working on. And this is what I believe in. I believe in creating projects that you work on in 30-day sprints, in a 6-month cycle, that when you define a project that is worthy of your time and energy, because it means something to you, and it could be a personal project, it could be a professional project, defining something that means something to you is how you create purpose in your day-to-day life now. You don't have to move halfway around the world. You don't have to end every relationship in order to change your life. You have to add something meaningful to where you are now. And that brings me to the second thing I wanted to talk to you about today, which is one thing that you could add is you could add a 6-month coaching experience with yours truly. See, once a year, I do a program that I call Launch. It is open for registration right now. If you've already jumped in, I want you to tell me in the comments that you're already in. But once a year, I do this extraordinary program. It's the only thing I ever do in terms of the type of online programs that lots of people are out there doing. But once a year, I do a 6-month-long coaching experience. It is called Launch. It is open for registration right now. And registration closes in 6 days. That's right, a week from yesterday. So April 25th at 7 p.m., registration for my once-a-year coaching program is going to end. It is open for registration right now. I want you to check out below, right there. I see lots of you checking it out. I want you to click on the link. You're an adult. I'm not going to give you some hard sell today. I want to make sure you're aware that there is an opportunity for you to get 6 months of support, of encouragement, of science-backed coaching, and to be in a container with Mel Robbins for the next 6 months, where what do you think we're going to be doing in the next 6 months? You and I are going to be defining a project that you're going to work on in your personal or your professional life. And we are going to do 3 different projects together. This is an extraordinary opportunity for you to get the support, the accountability, the structure, the momentum. If you're missing a positive group of people, your fellow students are already registering from around the world. They are already in the course platform right now. You can find the information right down there. Just go to melrobbins.com/launch. And again, I only offer this once a year. You're an adult. You can read the information when you go to melrobbins.com/launch. If you feel called to do it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump in, because registration closes April 25th at 7 p.m. That is 6 days from now. And procrastination has already robbed you of so much of your life. I want you to jump in, if this is for you, and get the accountability, the support, the encouragement that you deserve and that you need. Because, when we go back to the thing that we were talking about, that there's lots of people that want to write a book, but most people won't. Tons of people want to start a business. Most people won't. Every human being wants to be financially independent, but they won't be, because they never commit to doing it. You want to know how to make something happen in your life? Prove it. You prove it through the actions that you take. And yes, you can do it on your own. And yes, you can do it with a group of friends once you define what you want. And I will tell you, time and time again in my life, I have seen over and over and over how working inside of a structure, whether it's to earn your degree, or it's to get into better shape, or it's to learn something by taking a class, the structure and accountability that you put yourself into is part of the accountability that is probably missing for you right now. And you deserve to get the encouragement that you need every day. You deserve to get the support. And for those of you that are like, but Mel, what do I need to, I don't even know what I want. Great. Just knowing that you're stuck and you want something else is all you need to know to go, all right, I know I don't want to stay here where I'm at right now. So I'm going to trust in myself. I'm going to jump into Mel's 6-month coaching program. I'm going to give myself the support and the structure that I deserve. And here's what I will tell you. The very beginning of the program, we spend a lot of time making sure you're really clear about what you want. And if you don't know what you want, that's great. Jump into my 6-month coaching program and we'll help you get really clear using the research-backed strategies so that you're attached to what you want and why you want it. And then here comes the cool part. We all kick off a 30-day project sprint where you're now clear about what you want. I'm clear about what I'm working on. And you will be working day by day, side by side, on making progress on what matters to you, next to people and students around the world who are doing the same thing. You're going to be in this course with people who are raising money for their company, people who are doubling down on marketing, people who are learning about AI to advance their company, people who are reinventing their life after divorce or heartbreak or death, people that are using this to finish all of the grant applications for their nonprofit. This is a container about action. It's a container that is all about how you move forward in life, how you remove the obstacles day by day by day by day, how you pick yourself back up when you hit the rejection or the disappointment that always happens as you start to push things forward. I see a lot of you going, oh, I want to figure out what to do now that I'm retired. Fantastic. Jump into this 6-month experience, because this experience, it's the single coolest thing that I do. I really believe that, because the entire 6-month coaching experience is about you learning how to take consistent action. This entire experience is about exactly what I see in some of these comments, you getting over the fear and the self-doubt that's stopping you, and you proving to yourself that you are capable of more. This experience is all about you doing things that you never thought you were capable of, and feeling so proud and empowered by what you are capable of accomplishing. And so again, it's a 6-month coaching program, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. It takes about 30 minutes of time or less a day. There are 10 live trainings. All of the 10 live trainings the dates for them are already listed on the information below. There are 44 science-backed lectures as a part of this curriculum. There is a global student body that assembles for this. And this is not some online community that's about therapy. That's not what this is about. This is for people like you who are about achieving awesome results in your life. And even if you're stuck, even if you feel like you're starting at zero, even if you don't know what you want, here's what I know about you. You are a successful person that has big dreams for yourself, and you deserve the you deserve this. You deserve the support. You deserve the accountability. You deserve this community. You deserve me in your life in a completely different way for the next 6 months. You deserve somebody clapping for you for every step forward that you take. This is going to be the most positive, energizing, accelerating, just rocket fuel experience that you will ever have in your entire life. Past alumni have launched businesses. They have sold businesses. They have gone back to school. They have moved across country and to different countries. They have saved their marriages. They have reinvented their life after divorce or after death. They have committed to and stuck to and made new healthy habits stick. They have decluttered their house and gotten it ready to sell and gotten record amounts of money because of the consistent actions that they were inspired to take inside of this coaching program. They have written their manuscript and shopped it to agents and landed agents. They have launched their keynote speaking businesses. They have launched from side hustles to spending 6 months of pushing forward in little bits every day to the point where they have grown their side hustles in 6 months to be able to quit their job. They have quit their jobs in the middle of doing launch because instead of thinking about how much they hate their boss, they committed to creating a plan and waking up every day and doing what I call my hot 15, which is 15 hot minutes of aligned, confident action. And by the time you do that over and over and over again, and you start to feel the momentum of drafting off of all the people that are around you, you will not recognize yourself come October. And if any of you that are watching right now are my alumni from prior years, the class of 2023, the class of 2022, please jump in. Please jump in and make sure that everybody watching knows that I'm not just blowing smoke here. This is real results for real people like you. And the reason why this works is because you have spent enough time with me listening to the Mel Robbins podcast and being here on social media that you know that I don't go around, that I am not here just parroting a bunch of stuff out of my mouth that sounds good. I am here because I know that you are capable of so much more. I am here because I see something different for you and your life. I am here because I see the potential that is buried deep within you, underneath the procrastination, underneath the self-doubt, blocked by the fear, blocked by the insecurity. And I'll tell you what, you spend 6 months with me and I'm going to reach through all that stuff and I am going to rip out that potential inside you and I am going to keep pushing you to take the actions that change your life. Now, why this is so important if you're an overthinker and a procrastinator is because let me tell you what's going to happen. How many of you are thinking, okay, I really want to jump in this program with Mel, okay? The payment plans down there, this is risk-free because you can jump in and try it out. And if you do everything that we tell you to do in the first couple of weeks and boom, you don't like it, you get your money back, you jump out. And so there's no risk. But let me talk to you if you're a procrastinator, a perfectionist, or an overthinker. Let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to go, Mel, this is exactly what I need, exactly when I need it. You're going to click down there and you're going to check it out, right? And you're going to go on the landing page at melrobbins.com/launch. You're going to be like, oh my God, I want in. This is exactly right. And then you know what's going to happen? You're going to be like, is this the right time? Do I have enough time? Should I do this? What about the money? I don't know. Do I have enough time? Maybe now's not the time. And you are going to talk yourself out of this. You are going to talk yourself out of spending 6 months with me and changing your life. You're going to talk yourself out of committing to something that you know you want for yourself. You're going to talk yourself out of leveling up and getting serious about changing your life and getting better results and making that business work, or finally getting some of these projects done that you've been thinking about in your life, or writing a book, right? And all of a sudden, you're going to be sitting there hesitating. And then all of a sudden, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, registration closes today. It's April 25th at 7 p.m. Let me go check it out. And you're going to come to the landing page and you're going to see that, oh my God, on April 25th at 7:01 p.m. Eastern, registration's gone. We put a wait list up like that. Do you know that there were 15,000 people that signed up for a wait list? right after we close down the registration. That's how much procrastination robs you of the life that you deserve. And simply for some of you, checking out the 6-month coaching program that I call Launch, that I lead, it's the only time. And by the way, I only do this once a year. This is your opportunity to be a part of the class of 2024. And that opportunity ends on April 25th, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then I put the wait list up, and I'm going to tell you why. You have to have a breakthrough in procrastination if you're going to jump into this. You have to have a breakthrough in overwhelm and overthinking if you're going to jump into this. You have to have a breakthrough in your perfectionism if you're going to commit 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and jump into my only coaching program that I lead only once a year. And so simply registering might be the single biggest thing that you've done in a long time, because you're taking the step, you're taking the risk, you're jumping in. And yes, I see people like, what if I don't like it? There is a refund policy. It is 100% risk-free. And everything that you need to know is on the landing page, which you can get by just clicking right there. Just go to melrobbins.com/launch. The program begins Monday, April 29th. That's when we kick this off. You have plenty of time. Let me tell you, over the next 6 months, I'm going to be going through my son's high school senior year, through graduation, his last summer at home. I'm finishing up writing my manuscript. I'm going to be planning out a book launch. I run one of the top podcasts in the world. Our family is also climbing Mount Katahdin in Maine, so I got to find time to train for that. I got to get my son off to school. Our daughter is busy with her music. Like, we have so much. My dad's turning 80 this year, and I have designed this 6-month coaching program to fit into your busy life. So if this is interesting to you, if committing to yourself and committing to spending 6 months with your friend Mel Robbins is interesting to you, check out my 6-month coaching program before this opportunity is gone. Registration is only open for a few more days. It closes April 25th at 7 p.m. You're an adult. You can decide if this is something that you can do. And I'm going to tell you something. If you cannot afford this or afford the payment plan, do not sign up for this. If you are not ready to level up, do not sign up for this. If you do not want to be part of a community of crazy positive, successful people that are leveling up their life, do not be a part of this. And if you can't afford this, do not stretch yourself to be in this. And I'm going to tell you why. I have been in a situation in my life where we were facing bankruptcy. We had liens on the house. I was $800,000 in debt. I could barely put groceries on the table, for crying out loud. It would have been irresponsible for me to spend money on something like this. If that's you, don't do that, okay? But if you can make this happen, if this is something that is a fit for you and you are just a little scared, I'm going to tell you something. Fear is going to run your whole life, and you got to learn how to stand up to it. You deserve to spend 6 months with me. You deserve the accountability. You deserve the 44 lectures. You deserve the 10 live stream training sessions. Not even live stream. I'm live. You're asking questions. We program all of the live trainings based on what's going on inside of our student body. If you need to find a job, don't you think being in a coaching program for 6 months is going to make you do the work? If you need to heal anxiety and panic, don't you think a coaching program for 6 months is going to support you in doing what you need to do based on your therapist's advice? If you want to have your first public art display, don't you think that it's going to help you to get the coaching that you need? If you want to reinvent your life, start a whole new chapter, you want to declutter your house and create a home office, you want to learn how to become financially free and really commit to doing that, don't you think a 6-month coaching program is going to help you do that? You want to explode your real estate business or get into the rental real estate business and study it and figure it out and make it a goal to have your first property financed and bought by the end of the year? Don't you think that a 6-month coaching program is going to help you do it? Now, I'm seeing a couple of questions like, where does this take place? Great question. It does not take place on social media. We have a private course and community platform where everything happens. And we also do a lot of the trainings on Zoom so that we're actually all together and so that you can ask questions. And so you can either watch it in our private app, which is the same course platform that we use when we create courses for LinkedIn, for Starbucks, for Ulta Beauty, for some of our like major corporate clients. So you are going to be on a private platform. The other thing that's super cool about this is that my entire team is focused on supporting you for the next 6 months. So you don't just get me, you get my team supporting your transformation and supporting this coaching program as well. Where do you sign up? Go to melrobbins.com/launch. All the information is there. I love seeing that you're in it for a second time. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm absolutely thrilled. I keep seeing, for those of you that are jumping in or just registered, tell me what area of your life you're most excited to focus on. And one of the things that I love about this is that you're going to get 3 chances to work on excellent. NS Robert, welcome to launch. You're going to get 3 different projects that you can focus on. So you don't have to pick just one. We do the project 30-day sprint 3 different times. So if you want to jump into launch and you want to use the first project sprint to have the accountability to do something with your professional life or with your business, fantastic. Focus on that. The next project sprint might be something about your health and about managing stress and the stress response that impairs your ability to be present and happy. The third project sprint might be something that is, again, business related. You get to choose. That's why this is so cool. There's not another program on the planet like this because I designed this. Thank you, Martha. I see Martha on Facebook saying this is the best investment I've ever had. Highly recommend it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you have lifetime access to video sessions? Angel, no, we keep them up for almost a year. So you have access to your student body, to the entire curriculum, all of that until we close down the class of 2024. You guys officially graduate, and then we open it up to registration for the class of 2025. Again, I only do this once a year because it takes a tremendous amount of focus and attention and energy to support you for 6 months. And in 6 months, you can change your whole life. In 6 months, you will not recognize yourself. In fact, graduates say that if I had told them on day one, which I do, what is possible inside this 6-month coaching program, that you could move across country, you could change your finances completely, you could go back to school, you could improve your marriage, you could reinvent your life, you could literally create a marketing campaign in your business that doubles your revenue. You could get super clear about what the next 5 years of your life are going to be. You are going to get your health reset. And here's the biggest thing. You're the biggest project. So when you start working on things that matter to you, you actually change from the inside out. You will not believe what happens in your life when you spend 6 months with me. In fact, if I told you all the things that you could achieve in the next 6 months, you'd say, you're lying. No, I'm not. Because I have seen over and over and over again with the prior launch classes, the class of 2001, the class of 2002, the class of 2003, and now your fellow students are already registered. They're already in the course platform. They're already printing out the workbook. They're already starting in on some of the prep work. It takes less than 30 minutes a day of your time. And what you get is the life that you deserve. So check it out. Check it out. Let's make today the day you start a new chapter. It would be my complete honor to be your coach and to be leading you through this coaching program and experience over the next 6 months. It will be an absolute just joy to see you shock yourself with the results that you create when you commit to taking consistent action. All righty, registration closes April 25th, 7 p.m. And then that's it. Launch 2024, class is in session, registration is closed. I hope you will be joining us. I want you in it. This is your personal invitation from me to please be a part of the class of 2024. Please come spend the next 6 months with me, and please let me lead you through this coaching experience. It will be one of the single best things that you ever do for yourself. And by the time October rolls around 6 months from now, you will be so shocked at what you achieved. Alrighty. In case nobody else tells you, I wanted to tell you that I love you. I believe in you, and I believe in your ability to create a new chapter starting today. I believe in your ability to push through the fear, the self-doubt, the insecurity, the overwhelm that has held you back. I believe that you are not going to be one of those people who wants to own a business but won't, and wants to change their life but won't, wants to write a book but won't. I believe you're the kind of person that takes action, that takes risks, that jumps in. And let's see what you're capable of. Let's see what you can create. Let's see what happens when you jump into a 6-month-long coaching program led by Mel Robbins. And just go to melrobbins.com/launch for all the information about the cost, the payment plan, the refund policy, the reason why it's risk-free. It's all there. You're an adult. Go check it out. And I cannot wait to welcome you into this remarkable experience. All right. I'll see you in launch, everybody.